Jeremiah Wanders.
Jeremiah Wanders.
That would be your road version of this show.
It could be.
Jeremiah Wanders.
Just change it. Just the A.
Yeah, produced by the Hat Boys.
Hat Boys. We've been
when did we come up with that one?
I think we saw each other as we always do at the clubs, and we were both wearing hats one night, and it was the exact same style and fit and everything, like, you know, the flat brim, almost probably the same color.
Yeah, you
even
had long hair, and I was like,
Hat Boys.
And then we just kept calling each other Hat Boys.
Basically for years now.
Oh yeah. Dude, the best is having like an inside nickname with somebody, you know?
Oh yeah.
You got some good ones?
Some good inside nicknames?
Yeah. Like, give me some people that you have like a nickname for.
Trying to think of who I have good.
Like when you see, let's say, Adam Ray, or when you see Josh Wolf, when you see Bobby.
Well, sometimes when I see Adam, I'll go, because when he does his music improv, he will sometimes do this voice. It's like, ooh.
I love that one, dude. He becomes Tony Danza.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah,
it's so funny.
Yeah, I've got different greetings with different comedy peeps.
Yeah, I think that's my thing too.
Yeah, the way I see them. You got a good one?
Well, I call Adam Crank, or Duck Babies, because call him Crank. There was a guy on the road we met, just some fucking crazy guy that was like a local comic.
Yeah.
In Montana. It was like one of the first headlining gigs I think Adam and I were doing, and we did it together. We like co-headlined. It was Lucas Seeley's gig. I don't know if you remember. In Montana.
Yeah, I love that gig.
Yeah, this was like 10 years ago, 12. Yeah,
by the way, you look like one of the coolest guests I've had on maybe ever.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I think it must be the way, just the shades.
It's probably the shades. And as soon as you take them off, I'm like,
yeah, no, dude. I'm starting to get like weird shit going on with my eyes.
So you're in Montana?
Yeah, so we're in Montana, but I call Adam Crank because of this crazy like open mic guy that was like asking us the weirdest questions. Because I don't know if you remember how Lucas used to have the show set up. He would have a bunch of like the local open micers in Montana come and ask the headliners questions. And some of them were cool.
He didn't do that when I did it. That's interesting.
Yeah, dude. I think he stopped it because of fucking Crank. Because Crank would go, hey, man, I'm Crank. I'm the bullet comic. And, you know, they had all these, like, things for himself and shit.
Right.
He's like, I don't mind going first, man. So I'm the bullet comic. He used to wear, like, a bullet around his neck. And he just would ask me and Adam, like, these crazy... Like, most of the other guys were respectful and they really wanted to know about comedy. But this guy just was just fuck. He was like, all right, man, I got a joke, man. They kicked me out of a festival because of this joke, man.
He's trying to run his material rather than being there for the right reasons, like almost weird stage time.
Dude, his jokes were so crass and like so just really dirty and dark, and then he wouldn't know why he got like kicked out. Would
he say his name after he did the joke?
No, he didn't have that one. But
okay. I love it when people say,
Crank. Skeezy.
Yeah.
Remember Skeezy?
Oh, of course. Skeezy, baby.
I wonder what happened to Skeezy. Have you heard from the guy?
Well, we didn't talk before, so
that's hilarious.
I would see him and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, for the listeners or the viewers, we had a guy at the Comedy Store the moment when Jeremiah and I were starting out.
Yeah.
Who he was probably been there for way before we were there.
No, he'd been there for a while because Sandy had his impression of him.
Oh yeah, Sandy does a great Skeezy.
Yeah.
Skeezy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would do his name after every time he did a punchline. He'd go, Skeezy, what's up, motherfuckers, or something.
Same with do you remember Dave Berger?
Yes, I'm Burger.
I'm Burger.
Yeah, Burger.
Burger.
Burger was like a teacher, I think, on the side.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't fathom. I was like, how the fuck is this guy?
That always blew my mind. Like when you would see comedians that they're like, yeah, it's my day job. I'm a teacher. You're like, you're a teacher? Do you just completely turn off this persona during the day? Because this is terrifying if you're teaching youth.
Right? Like, how does Burger, and like the shit he would say, I was like, dude, how does this translate? And then you go and just become a teacher all of a sudden. It was
like this is the Pythagorean theorem. I'm Burger. He's saying his name after every lesson.
Jesso.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Yeah, dude. So nicknames are fun to do. I love doing that. I think I give people nicknames a little too early. You know, before
What's the earliest you've ever given someone, like on a job interview, you start to give someone...
I go, hey, Danarino. Like,
hey.
I think so. I don't know, because sometimes I'm a little... Yeah, I can get a little too friendly too fast, maybe. I don't know. And some people, because, you know, we're comics and shit, and some people aren't like that.
I have done that before at one of the schools that I went to, like for a public school I went to for a semester, I went too hard in the paint. Like, hey. I literally left the school after a semester. I was like, I bombed.
Yeah, you just went. You came in hot.
I came in way too hot.
And they were like, who the fuck is this new guy, dude?
That's exact. Because I got confidence from the year before at the middle school, and I was like, oh, dude, I was killing it over there. Let me try this other school. Let me take what I knew from that, what was working, and then I just came in way too hot, and people were like, this dude's obnoxious.
Just kicked it up a notch, and they're like, no thanks.
No, thank you.
Yeah, they're like, hey, man, keep it moving.
I'm like,
Jeremiah, keep on wandering.
Keep on wandering. You are not welcome here.
That's great, dude. I like your style, man.
I like you got a good style about you.
Yes. This is great, though. Your studio is fucking dope.
Thanks, man.
You know, I was wondering, like, where do you do it?
Yeah.
And then this is to come to find out that you produce it all yourself, and it looks great.
It's the Narnia of the podcast world. Just looks like a normal place on the outside, and then
Jeremiah Wonder. Damn, that's fucking dope.
Right. Wait till you see my. Oh, that's what that reminds me of. Hey, little girl, let me tell you something.
I want to have sex with you in a garbage can.
What was that last one?
I want to meet you in a garbage can and have sex with you. Dude, effects make everything so much nicer.
So much nicer.
Style is confident. There's a billboard of an Iranian guy. There's a billboard of some Iranian guy. His name is Amir. Let me use this mic, dude, to explain this. And it's like a self-serving billboard. I don't know what it's for. There's no service or no other thing. It just says Amir, and it's a picture of him, and it says style is confidence. And I just never understood what it was for.
Have you photoshopped yourself on that billboard?
How did you know this?
Because I just know you.
I did. Oh, it's so good. I actually did. Somebody sent it to me, and I was like, this is too good not to fucking put it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, easy, dude. You put your head right there. And
easy.
Yeah.
Billboard.
I want to do all my jokes like this.
Okay, so what's one example of like a joke you'd be willing to tell in that voice?
Hey man, you know, last year was rough.
Huh?
Yeah, I had to get my dog a $7,200 surgery.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, fake tits aren't cheap.
Yo, when that work?
Damn, cut.
Yeah.
Music is the spice of life. Is this auto-tune? That's an auto-tune. Everything makes sense. Me gusta la mota. What did you just say? I like weed. Oh, in Spanish. Yeah. Yo fumo mota. Él fuma mota. I don't know if we're conjugating the verbs correctly. Yo no sé qué pasó, pero hay mucha sangre. I don't know what happened, but there's a lot of blood. That's what that means, dude. Welcome to Bienvenido a Español en Auto-Tune. Jeremiah Wonder. What do you wonder about the most? Tortugas. Turtles in the half shell. Turtle power. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I would love if they redid the theme to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like I want to hear the Spanish version of it.
I think you just did it. Yeah,
I don't know.
That's so fucked up. We both just got canceled for not knowing what that is.
For not knowing like how to do it.
Yeah. How do you say teenager?
I don't know.
Dude, I do the same thing. Like
there's
you
certain
just did.
words where I'm like,
if I don't know the word, I'll just do the word in a Spanish accent. I don't know. Yeah, teenager. You know, teenager.
Come on.
Yeah, if I don't know the word, like if I'm in like wherever, you know, and I'm trying to speak the language, if I don't know the word, I'll just say it in that, you know.
That's what my wife's mom does. Like at Chinese restaurants and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's where it gets borderline.
She'll start to order like with an Asian accent sometime, and my wife and I are like, oh no.
Yeah, dude, my dad will do that too sometimes, and it comes out, and I go, dude, I think that sounds a little bit like a little racist.
Right. But my dad is constantly the guy who's like, where are you from?
Oh yeah,
and then it's crazy because you know.
But your dad probably doesn't mean it in like a malicious way or anything. But sometimes to them it comes across like, why this guy? If
it's a younger person, it does. If it's someone who is more our parents' age, that they get it because they've heard that their whole life, and they're like, no, everybody asks me where I'm from. Right. But if you ask a millennial that question who's a waiter, then they'll get like, you're not allowed to ask me that anymore. Right.
Damn.
Yeah, it's weird.
Skating the fence, baby.
Yeah. Did you ever used to skate?
I used to skate, yeah, when I was a kid.
Yeah. I got those vibes.
Yeah, I used to skate a lot, dude. Me and my cousin that we used to like just, he was a little bit older than me, but he had a car, so he'd take us to like little high schools, and we used to skate like parks and shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to keep a skateboard in my car until I was like 25, and then I was like, I don't have insurance if I hurt myself.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I still have a skateboard in the back of my car.
Oh, you skate. You do skate. We got to go to the park together. I'm not well either, dude. It's so funny because like when I skated, like doing like a 360 flip, you were a god.
Of course.
You know, but now it's like kids, dude, that's like an entry level. Like, so yeah.
If you're not 360 flipping at age 7, then you're a loser, dude.
Yeah, that's right, man. No, because the shit's progressed so much that we'd look like jerk-offs at a skate park. But I mean, I'd like to go with you just to have fun.
It would be fun. Yeah. I mean, it's fun to go with comics because you're being silly. You
and
know
the bar
what I mean?
is so low.
It's
like we don't have to be.
If you hit anything, you're, oh! Yeah.
So that's why, I was never like fucking super good at it, you know? I just like loved skating.
Yeah.
You know? Grant's pretty good. Grant Cotter. He was good.
Dude, he was real good.
Yeah.
Right? He did it for years. Does he still skate?
Sometimes, yeah.
I miss Grant. Skate. I haven't seen Grant in a long time.
I miss him too, man. We used to live together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were roomies for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant's a good dude, man. I like him.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Yeah. Amir and I go pretty far back in the comedy scene. He's one of those people who I've always really admired when you go up your command of a room instantly. You've always had that, like, even when I saw you 10 years ago, you had this thing about you where you could turn and command a room within the 5 seconds you approach the stage. And it was always something I was like, oh, this guy's good. I like this.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And I remember, like, we started kind of at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Throwback Jeremiah, because you always, like, did dope shows and you'd always, like, be hustling. That's what I liked about you. You're like, there's a lot of guys that start comedy and they just think that you just take shit, you know, without starting anything or offering a room or like, you know, that's like how I would do it. I was like, hey man, I got a show. So if, you know, we can swap or you could do whatever.
Sure. And
I found that's how you get more stage time. And that's what I liked about you. You were like really serious about it. And you could find real quick who's serious and who's not.
Oh yeah.
When comics are brand new. And you were fucking serious out the gate. You used to wear that red coat. I remember the red coat, bro. You were like a master of ceremonies. You know, like you were like a dope master of ceremonies of like a fucking circus, you know, like,
right.
And that's what it was. And you were experimenting a lot. I remember that. I was like, this guy's taking risks.
Yeah.
You know, like jumping on the fucking ground. And you weren't afraid to do that. That's what I liked about your shit. I was like, oh, that's fearless. That's good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of comics, they just don't have that part, you know, that they're like willing to go over the edge. Even if it fucking bombs, they're willing to do it and then go like, okay, maybe I'll learn something from that and then do something better. And then you've evolved obviously to do what you do now, which is like, it took you to do all those things to get to what you do now.
Oh, for sure. Because now it's like, if I do stuff that's physical on stage, it's at least dialed in. It's not like so like crazy where I know exactly what my body's doing, if that makes sense.
Right.
Where I used to literally like flail.
Dude, but I used to see it destroy. Like it would fucking destroy sometimes, and then sometimes you'd go like too far, like fucking at 2:30 in the morning in the OR. You know, after Don Barris and fucking.
Oh, dude.
We're going in, but we're just learning like, oh shit, maybe this isn't the room for this.
I know.
Like, I don't know how many times I ate it there.
I mean, dude, we did those late night spots for years together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those soul crushing spots.
Oh my God, dude. Where it's just like one coked up Australian guy in the back.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on. You're like, fucking listen to what I'm saying, dude.
Come on.
Just please listen to me, man. I've been waiting for fucking 8 hours to do this.
I've been waiting all day for this and you're not even paying attention to me.
Yeah. And it's like that. I look back and I realize how dumb I was. Like, you know what I mean? Poor guy was fucking just having a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to have his good time. And then I was like acting like it was my thing. Like,
yeah. Every comic was waiting just for like, I need a piece of that.
What a fucking thing you put yourself through for comedy, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, have you noticed like a lot of people now on the road, I think it's because it's so accessible with social media and everything that everyone wants to do stand up. Like everybody, you know, after a show, they'll come up. I get now like 3 or 4 people at least a show coming up and be like, dude, what do I do? I want to do stand up.
I think it's because, like you said, with social media, people see way more clips of it than you used to. Think about when we were growing up, we only saw clips of Comedy Central and stuff like that.
Right.
So if you saw a clip, that meant you had a special.
Yeah.
Bottom line. So that pool is so much smaller than now people can put up pretty professionally looking clips. And then you look and you're like, oh yeah, I've been doing comedy 6 months.
Right. And it's like, dude, it's so funny. Now I see like, I've been noticing this a lot on the road too, like with guys that open for me. Like everyone's got their fucking camera up.
Yeah.
And they're taping. And then they're like, maybe just doing some weird crowd work or some shit. Or like going like, hey, where are you from? What do you do? Oh, wait, hold on. What? Just to get like a fucking clip to go viral so they can have some like.
Do you ever ask because you're pretty like, you riff a lot and you improvise on stage. Do you ever ask your openers like to
I don't ask them to do anything different than what they're doing because and I don't know if you're the same way, but when we were starting out and I would open for guys, I respected the dudes that were like, do whatever the fuck you do.
Yeah.
Because they know, I know they're learning. I know that they're working to be, you know, get to hone whatever the fuck it is they're going to come up with or their voice or whatever. Yeah. So I don't want to be the guy that told them, don't do something. Do you know what I'm saying? To stop their creative process of whatever it is that they're trying to do.
Right.
So I never told them. And like, you know, the guys I toured with that were like, dude, do whatever. Those guys were the best fucking guys I noticed. I was like, these guys, it doesn't matter what you do before them. It's their show and the people are there for them, so they're gonna kill it.
Right.
So yeah, I don't really do that. It does it irritates me a little bit if they're doing it for like a little dumb clip or something. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to do it for the show. They're just trying to get a little like fucking reaction clip.
Yeah.
That bothers me, but I don't give a fuck. I think they'll figure it out on their own.
I will ask when I work with people on the road. I'll be like, just try to avoid like general crowd work. I said, I really don't want any of this. Do we have any birthdays? Like I'm like, I'd appreciate.
You riff a lot too.
I riff a lot. So I usually will talk to the openers and be like, hey, like if you're riffing off of something, I want you to be present in the room, but I don't want you to necessarily be going out of your way and fishing for stuff because I need that as an option if I'm doing an hour. Like I might want to do that.
Okay.
Like, and I don't want to open it up too early. And then like I can't even do material when I walk out on stage. So it's like that's what I do. But nice. I get both sides for sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean I also get the mentality of like a headliner who's like, do whatever you want because I'm gonna kill no matter what.
Right.
But I'm also a little bit.
I think it's cool. I mean, I talk to guys that are both ways. You know that I think it's cool if that's how you like it. Then fucking it's your show.
Yeah,
you know? And you're filling an hour, so like it's like I like to have it where those fucking guys will learn, and I think most of them do learn on their own. Like, oh, I shouldn't do this, or you know, sell a shirt for fucking. I have a 20-minute set, and the last 8 minutes is selling my T-shirt,
plugging it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you know. I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, am I going to be the guy to teach the lesson to the guy, or is he going to learn it on his own from some other guy that's way meaner than I am, you know, to opening acts?
That's a weird one. Just like with. Because I'm still in the grand scheme of things a very newer headliner to the game. It's just like the last couple years, really, I've been doing like weekend after weekend, like in that schedule. And it's every once in a while I'll see something like that I had to learn a really hard way that I'm like you said, I'm like, do I take a moment?
Yeah.
And I'll sometimes just, if I can think of a nice way to do it, I'll be like, hey, this is my experience. This is unsolicited advice. You can take it or leave it, but.
And that's a catch-22, dude, doing it like that, you know, because because it's like you don't know the head of the person you're telling. You know, when you're telling them that, because they could take it like, oh, this guy's just trying to fuck me. I'm just killing it. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of ego with some opening, you know, like newer comics and shit sometimes. They're like, dude, I fucking
closing acts.
But you know what I mean? They're like, I'm killing it. And he's just trying to tell me that so I don't fucking, because I'm crushing too hard in front of him.
Yeah.
But it's like, if it's somebody that I can, like, if I feel them out and I go, okay, they're cool and they get it, then I'll do exactly what you said. I'll be like, hey, dude, you know, just, you know, this is what my experience was. And if you want to take it, take it. If you don't, fucking don't.
I talk with one comic who, because I used to do this a lot with, I would use questions as segues. And you end up asking the audience so many questions where they're just like, I'm like,
it's your show, right? You tell us, man. We don't want to ask.
You don't have to keep asking.
Yeah, it's like, anybody go to Whole Foods? Anybody go to Whole Foods? It's like, dude, it's not a fucking survey.
Like, so I went to Whole Foods. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I told him, I was like, this is just my experience. Just give your set a shot like this next time without using those as segues and just see what happens. And his set literally improved so much. And he's like, all right, thanks, man. All right, yeah. I didn't realize I was doing that. I was like, yeah, sometimes it takes like an outside, like a fly on the wall just to observe, like, hey, I've done this before. Let me offer something. I don't know.
It was like one of your opening acts? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. And he did
That's
way
a great
better.
note, though. That's a good note. Because I learned that by watching people and going like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't ask somebody quick. Because it was like weird. You see like they're asking a question and it's like the audience isn't supposed to respond to you. What do you want them to raise their hand or some shit? Or like,
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Anyway,
back to the fucking talking shop about comedy.
We both, you and I both have a deep love for Wiener Dogs. Another thing that bond you and I.
Yep, the Doogies.
The Doogies.
The Wiener Dogs.
The Wiener Dogs.
I love
your dog, man.
Yeah, no, I love every time you post a video. I'm like, fuck yeah, when you're home or something with your Wiener Dogs, they're the best, dude.
Yeah, I want to get one for out here in LA eventually.
It's so much work. It's like, dude, Doogie, I've had him for 16 years, man. And sometimes, you know, it's so hard. Like if I didn't have my girlfriend looking after him, or like Andy Kozel would watch him all the time. Like, dude, if I didn't have them, I don't know what the fuck I'd do, because Doogie can't travel after his back surgeries and stuff, you know? So
it's too much.
I'd be fucked, you know? So it's like getting another dog is a real big responsibility, but I think about it all the time too. I'm like, God, what am I going to do when Doogie's not here?
Yeah. Someday when I get like a house or something, I'd love to get a Wiener Dog.
They're the best, dude. Straight up.
Dude, I get sent videos now. I also, do you follow Christina Hutchinson on Instagram?
I don't think I do.
Funny New York comic. She has a very cute Wiener Dog, and she'll post videos with her dog, and it's just like this long brown Wiener Dog that's got like a super long profile, and I'm just like, oh, his name's Kevin. I'm a sucker for Wiener Dogs,
like,
man.
What a weird creature they are. They're
so
those
bizarre.
Little fucking arms, dude. Like,
I know.
Yeah, I can't, man. When I see him like sleeping, I just gotta like fucking cuddle. I just gotta grab him and squeeze him. Like, I want to fucking, you know what I mean? It's like they give you this feeling. I don't know what it is.
You know
like,
their original purpose?
Yeah, to hunt badgers and shit. That's why they're all long and skinny, to go in those holes.
Go in the freaking holes.
And that's why they like to burrow. Does your dog like to burrow? Like,
oh yeah, they just start.
Yeah, they'll like start digging
on bed, like the bed sheets and stuff. They'll go.
Yeah. That's like their instincts, man. And then like they like to burrow and get under the sheets and shit too, like that.
Oh yeah, like anytime. My mom will be in her bed and she's like, Footlong, come here.
Footlong.
Yeah. And he'll be on the bed and he'll run. And then he'll go underneath the sheets and he'll go all the way down by her feet and burrow. Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best. But I have ramps for him everywhere too. And he's like getting old. So he's like,
we need to get some ramps for Footlong.
How old is Footlong?
He is 12 years old now.
Oh damn. Yeah, you got to be careful, dude. Doogie got his like back surgeries at like 10 and 12.
We had one Wiener Dog that he passed away because he I think he did something to his back and he had a seizure, and then it just
oh shit.
Yeah
because dude, they're like not supposed to be like that long.
No,
a dog isn't supposed to be that, like, so there's so much pressure on their, you know, spinal column, like their what do you call it, backbones and stuff. So they have like discs that slip all the time.
Yeah.
And then it pushes.
Yeah, I think he had like a herniated disc, and then it causes a seizure.
Yeah. And you've seen like a lot of wiener dogs like in those little wheelchairs and shit. That's because somebody
those back wheels.
Yeah, they didn't take care of it early enough, or the disc got slipped so much that it paralyzed them.
We carry him up all the stairs now.
That's a good call.
Because he's also tired now, and he'll just look and he'll go, and then we're like, okay, we'll grab you.
Yeah, Doogie gets like that too, bro. His legs like just give out after a while. Like if he's been on a long walk, like he just can't. Like, older dogs and their back legs, like that's the first thing like that starts to get like a little weak.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to carry him everywhere.
Yeah, but
I'm boggling. And he was such a badass. It's like in his prime, dude, Doogie was such a badass. He like won all I used to live in Huntington Beach, and then I'd cruise. I had a beach cruiser with like a little basket in the front.
Yes. And
I would put him in the basket, but he didn't like being in the basket. He wanted to be running on the side. And like, but it looked crazy because he was this little wiener dog, and he was fucking he was so
just
fast.
booking it.
And he was like all muscle, dude. And then in Huntington Beach, they have during Oktoberfest, they have like this Oktoberfest thing every year. And it's like they do wiener dog races at Oktoberfest.
I've seen some of those online, and they look so fun.
It's so fun.
So
and
you've been in person to these?
Oh yeah, Doogie's won. Doogie fucking used to smoke these guys. Yeah, dude. When Doogie was like 9 months old, I took him there because he was just he had so much energy, and like he was used to like running with me around like my complex.
Yeah,
I'd be on the beach cruiser, and he'd be like with no leash, he'd be sticking right on my tail like this, and just like in the complex, And he got so like fast and strong, dude. I took him to this wiener dog race. It was my buddy Trevor, my like old college roommate. He came down and because you need someone to hold the dog, and then you sit on the other end and you call him. So I'd be like, hey, come on, Doogie, like that. And Doogie fucking smoked everybody else, dude. Like, and these are like people that train their dog year round for
that one event.
Yeah. Like there was one dude that was like serious about. He had like 2 or 3 wiener dogs, and he was like serious racer. And Doogie just smoked all of them, and he won the fucking thing. Dude, 1 year.
The kind of person who trains a wiener dog for that event year round,
it's cruel.
It probably would have been soul crushing to them.
Buddy, it was soul crushing. I could tell, and he was also a dick. He would like throw the dogs and stuff.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It was like not fun. Like we were doing it for fun. We were like, oh, Doogie, come on,
this is silly. Like wiener dogs racing. Yeah.
And you have a couple beers and have a good time. You have your dog there. This guy was like, this was his thing. Yeah. He's like, come on, Turbo. Get over here, fucking Turbo. And all
Turbo.
Yeah, the dogs are all named like Bullet. Hey, Bullet. He had like names for all of them that were like something to do with speed.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this guy's a dick.
What's going on?
You're
light speed. Get over here.
Light speed. Faster than light speed.
Come
Get
on.
over here.
Let's do this.
Just dudes who train their wiener dogs year round.
Yeah.
Listen, man,
I got lightning. I've been training lightning for years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
This is my wiener dog, Cataclysm.
Cataclysm, man. I never heard of that natural disaster.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Well, man, it reminds me of a dog I used to have called Tornado.
Oh, really?
He was faster than all of them.
Where I had a sister to Cataclysm, her name was Hurricane.
Damn, all right. I like your style, man. Probably whooped a lot of people's asses.
Oh, yeah, we really whooped a lot of people.
Yeah, come on now. That reminds me, our brother used to have a dog called Lightning.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I had another wiener dog named Precipitation.
That's a good one. Probably peed a lot. Probably had a piddle problem.
Oh, he had a piddle problem for sure. Every time he ran past the finish line, squirt, squirt, squirt.
You gotta be careful with them piddle problems, man. I remember, man, my wiener dog Diggy, when you talk to him in a high-pitched voice, he'd get to piddling real quick.
I had a dog growing up named Maple, a wiener dog who did that same thing.
I like how we're getting more serious now.
Like serious.
Serious.
Like serious.
Piddling problems with wiener dogs is a real serious issue.
It is. If you have one of those high-pitched voices.
If you're talking way up here like this, it's just game over.
100% chance of precipitation with that voice on you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a big old puddle shortly after you arrive home. I used to have a girlfriend come home and talk to the dog. Hey, boo, 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 boo. Immediately, he'd lie on his back and shoot up a fucking like Old Faithful, be pissing in her mouth.
And did you tell her you're cleaning that up?
Yep.
You just told her straight up, yep, you're cleaning that up.
Yep, you're cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, but seriously, piddling, it was a big deal for Doogie when he was a puppy. He kind of grew out of it.
Yeah.
But dude, he would, when he got excited, he would piss. But I think that's a common common thing for Wiener Dogs?
My buddy's mom, who he would come over after school almost every day. Like my mom would babysit him, we'd hang out. His mom would come over at the end of the night after she got off work, and she'd be like, "Hi, where's Christopher at?" Dog instantly like pee right away, just that high pitch. She's like, "Hi, Maple, how are you?" And that was her speaking voice.
Right.
She wasn't even putting on a voice. She's like, "Hi there," and like piss every single night. And my mom would be like, "Okay, I gotta go."
It's hard to tell because everyone gets excited when they see the dog, so the natural, it does
go up a little bit.
Hey, you might come. Hey, but look at this cute little baby. Yeah, and immediately Doogie would piss. I'd get so I'd be like, dude, you gotta like chill. You gotta ignore Doogie for like when I'd get home. I'd have to when he was a puppy. I'd have to ignore him for like the first 5 to 10 minutes, which is impossible to do when he's that cute.
Hey, Doogie, there's not gonna be any pissing around here, man.
That's nice.
It's nice to see you. When I use affection, I actually lower my voice.
Dude, that is dope.
Very sultry. Oh yeah, Doogie, it's been a long time coming since I got a little squish in my face from you. A little cuddle time.
It's amazing how good effects just make everything, dude. Like that right there. I mean, it sounded like you were on either in like one of those episodes of Gangland where the guy doesn't want to snitch, so he's like behind the black curtain.
Breaker, one night we got a fucked up Chuck Luck suck fuck.
Come again. Come in, Breaker. What was that one more time?
We got a fucked up Chuck Luck fuck sock over here.
I'm sorry. You're breaking up a little bit. Can you break down the code words that you're using right now?
Yeah, it's a Chuck fuck luck sock. That's a fucking 249 on a 646.
Okay. I'm getting word right now that we have a Chuck Luck on the scene. We're back to Dale and the chopper. Dale, can you repeat a little bit of the traffic cams that's going on right now?
It appears as if we have a Chuck fuck luck sock on the I-45, 405. I'm sorry, Chuck. It's been a long day, and I've been Chuck fuck luck sucked all day. We're looking down here at the overall traffic flow has been coming in quite steady, and if you could look to the exit over at Cahuenga, you can tell that there's been a high-flying Chuck fuck that appears to be inside the area, closer to and within the area known as Hollywood.
So would you say that there's a lot of traffic in Hollywood at the moment?
It appears to be so, yeah. So as if this Chuck fuck luck suck does clear, you will be able to, proceed as normal. If not, then you're going to have to take the alternate detour, which would be going to 101 to the 110.
Now, who is this Chuck obstructing traffic that you keep referring to?
It's a standard Chuck fuck luck suck, and that in police code, it is just one asshole who's room traffic for the rest of them.
Okay, thank you so much, Dale. We appreciate the traffic update from you and the chopper.
No problem. And we'll get back to regular scheduled programming, I guess.
Having a little bit of trouble hearing Dale and the chopper right now, but we'll get more from him a little bit soon later.
Yeah, I can't fucking stand it, Jeremy.
You know how they always talk a little extra and his mic wasn't off?
Yeah, exactly. That's always scary, like on flights, when you hear them say something like off, like, oh yeah, like, oh, the turbulence is actually, like, they say something like that you, like you're saying, that it's not intended for everybody to hear, like, oh, this is the worst turbulence I've ever felt, or like, you know what I mean, like before they get off.
Imagine they said that, dude.
Holy fucking shit, motherfucker! I think we're going down. Oh, the mic's on.
Just real time, like
I just shit myself up here.
Dude, I always watch them. Do you ever watch the flight attendants? Like, I watch them. Like, if anything's going on, I always like look at them to see what their like demeanor is to see if I need to freak out at all.
Of course, if they like have it all together and they're like whatever, like if they're like everything's under control.
Yeah.
Stay seated. Do not use the restroom at this time. I'm like, oh, this is a serious storm we're in or something.
Oh yeah, I've been on some edibles sometimes, and where I've just like made up my own, like, passed out and then woke up and fucking high and just made up my own, like, we're going downs.
Really?
There was one time where we were in a holding pattern, but it was over the fucking Atlantic Ocean or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just going around.
You're just circling.
Yeah, you're circling. But in my head, I was going, we're circling. The guy's just trying to keep the plane up. But like the engines are out or some shit, and we're circling lower and lower until we hit the ocean. And because we kept going, and I didn't know that. Like, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I had slept through the announcement that we're waiting to land, you know. And I'm like, oh, this guy's just trying to burn the gas, so when we crash, it's not so fiery.
You know, we're going down every layer of hell right now. All 7 layers, just one at a time. One at a time,
like a good fucking Super Bowl dip.
It's like one of them slides just keeps going in circles at one of them theme parks. And then when you pop out of the bottom, you land in a ball pit. And the ball pit is Satan's ball sack. Hell.
And there ain't no coming back, brother.
No, you can't come back once you're in Satan's ball sack or ball pit of hell.
I like how our default voice is always this one.
It always goes back to this one.
Yes. That voice is so fun, though.
It is a fun one. It's almost like Gary Busey-esque.
Yeah, Gary Busey. Yeah. Now, VAG, you know what that stands for? Vegans against giants. he always does that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
My brother like did tried to shoot a show for him or something like that. I don't know, years ago, and so I got to know him a little bit. And you know, his Stephanie, I guess it's his wife or something. I don't know. She does comedy, so he comes around sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
He comes to the club sometimes,
and
he'll
really?
sit there and he'll heckle the fuck out of you, dude. Like he doesn't give a fuck, and he sits right in the front. I remember one time I was in the belly room and I was like, Gary Busey in the front row. And he's like, yep, it's me. You know what race stands for? Race. Rats against changing. You know what I mean? Like
he just heckled you out of the blue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's crazy. He's crazy, man.
Did you say from the stage, did you say like, are you Gary Busey? Or
oh, yeah. Yeah. I was like, you know, the belly room's weird because like people will come in that you don't think. Like one time, fucking Mankind, you know, the wrestler.
Yeah,
he came in and he was doing stand up. I don't know if you remember.
He was like telling stories and different stuff like that. Yeah.
So I was doing a show in the belly room and it was just like the Gary Busey. I could see him because he was in the light.
Right.
Gary Busey was in the bright light. Oh, that's fucking Gary Busey. There was no question. It's him. But with Mankind, he was in the back and he was like lurching around and he was talking all loud. I go, what the fuck is this guy? I go, hey, shut the fuck up in the back. He's got the guy Mankind over here talking shit. And then everyone went, whoa, and it was him. Because he was like just got done with his set or something. And he was like, in the back, like excited talking or something. And I was like, oh shit, sorry, man.
That dude, you've been heckled by some pretty famous people.
Oh man, I guess. Who have you been heckled by anybody that's of note?
Not really, no. I've told one story on the podcast before where I was almost heckling an audience member because it was a late night spot like we were referring to at the Comedy Store, and I was like being like kind of like doing a thing where I'm like, are you not impressed? I'm singing, I'm dancing, you know, I'm riffing. Right. She actually was laughing, having a good time when I was like kind of ribbing her, like with her. She was like with a friend, and then I get off stage and Eric Marino was hosting potluck that night, and he goes, hey,
dude, that's Kelly Clarkson, dude.
It was Janet Jackson.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
He's like, Miss, are you Janet Jackson? Because she had a fedora that was kind of low, and then she like went like this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a fucking, you know, superstar.
Oh, I know.
And you were just talking shit because she wasn't giving it up. I do the same shit. I do it to anybody, dude. I'm like, fuck. And then you find out later, like the guy's paralyzed, you know, from the neck down.
You're like,
you're not even giving it up. Yeah. Like, you're fucking, I said, give it up.
I wanted a standing ovation.
I said, give it up. This guy's not giving it up. I'll do that shit.
Amir, I really liked your show.
It was great.
It was great. LOL.
And that's not even like a voice from his role. He just has that accent. Like he's where you from?
Yeah.
Where you from, man?
Dude.
Where you from, man?
I am from Western Kentucky.
That's a crazy voice.
Dude, what if that was an accent that people developed?
A robot? I think, dude, I swear you're bullshitting like right now, but like I think kids like being, you know what I was just talking about with my girlfriend last night? This is aside, but we'll get it together with whatever we were just talking about. Like that is, if you grew up listening to that voice,
like Siri and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fucked up now because the voices are getting more lifelike. But imagine if the voices were robotic like this. I think the kids would start talking like, you know, because they're in front of the screen all the time, and that may be what they learn as their language.
That'd be so
to
weird.
Talk like this.
To talk like that.
Yeah, but I was what I was talking about with my girl was, you know, kids, how they're just always with the screen, right?
Yep.
Just like, how the real world to them, like the screen of the, like, we were talking about the metaverse and all that shit, you know, like how people are going to be just living in this
Oh, I know. It's
online
weird,
world,
man.
that like
They're buying
not,
houses and stuff.
yeah, but they're not going to be able to process the real world, I don't think. You know, I already see it. Like we were at a restaurant last night and there was a kid with the screen just right here, like a baby. So the baby's reality is that screen. You know what I mean? Almost out of the womb. Like their reality is going to be the screen all the time.
Yep.
And then when they take away the screen, how did they process the real world? Even their eyes. Like I was hearing two different things. One, my buddy JR who cuts hair. He's my buddy comic. You know JR Cruz?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he cuts hair and he told me these kids' necks have not developed muscles. You know, like our necks, how it keeps our head up.
What?
Because, dude, they're like this. Their heads are down all the time,
So they're
right?
not-
So that the neck muscle you have here, it's not getting developed. So they have this fucking thing where he's trying to cut their hair and their head's just falling like they can't keep it up.
What?
Like younger kids, their head just keeps falling forward and he keeps trying to place it and they keep going like that. So it's like, it's horrifying. Dude, it's like, and then also kids I read a study about their eyes. Their eyes are becoming, it's almost like we're evolving to like where we can't see far because the screen's so close. So the kids' eyes are not developing fully because they're so focused close all the time.
So they've got their
Whatever, nearsighted, farsighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's like they can't when they stop looking at the screen, like their
So
eyes.
every kid is going to be nearsighted, I think.
Yeah, and they're gonna have trouble seeing like far away and shit because their eyes have just adjusted to looking up close.
Dude.
It's gonna be a weird fucking thing in like 20 years when these kids grow up and shit, like to see what happened.
You know why we got strong necks?
Sucking
Looking up
dick.
at the star.
Oh, sorry. Looking up at the stars, dude. What the fuck, man? All right.
I mean, you know, we had different childhoods, man.
Yeah, dude. It was a different time.
It was
I
a
guess.
different time.
Yeah, it was a real different time.
Yeah,
bro.
it was more chill back then.
It was more chill, dude. Who was asking? Nobody was telling.
Yeah, man.
No, but you were saying looking up at stars is why we got our.
When was the last time you looked up at the stars?
Dude, I always do it on that trip. You know, and like if you go to Joshua Tree or something and you look up at the stars, that's some real looking up at the stars.
It's a blanket of stars.
It's just like another world because
Powerful.
There's no light pollution. You know, here you look up and you can't really see the stars as much because there's so many other lights and shit, right?
It was a clear night the other night in LA, and I looked up and saw stars, and it made me so happy. It was like, it made me oddly happy. I was like, I haven't seen a star in so long.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
It just, I'm enamored by like how many fucking stars there are when you get to that stretch, like out, you know, on the 10, going to like Joshua Tree or something. And like, I remember one time actually Matt Edgar and I were driving. This is so funny. We were driving to, I forget, this is years ago. We were going to the comic strip or something in El Paso. And Matt was coming to open for me and we were driving and we were having so much fun. We were just high as shit driving. And we kept thinking that we were seeing shooting stars go over because we kept looking up. And it was just moths in the light, just like moths going over the car. So and then finally we were so like taken back by this fucking, all the stars of that, you know, on this particular night. And then we go to pull over to get gas. And we're getting gas, and me and him were just gazing at the stars, going, "Dude, look how dope this is! Look how big the world is! I mean, the universe! Like, look how crazy it is!" And we're looking up, and it's just gorgeous, man. And then we hear like sounds like a little river, like a running river.
Yeah. And
then when we turn around, and the gas has been overflowing out of the gas tank like for the last like 3 minutes that we're watching this. It, like, you know, I don't know what was wrong with his car, but it didn't have the thing where it goes tick and it stops the gas. So gas is just fucking pouring. And I'm smoking a cigarette and I'm going, dude, if I touch a fucking bit of ash to the ground, this could be the end of a movie. Dude, the story was dragging. I didn't know how to make it any more exciting than it was.
So I lit up a cigarette.
Somewhere inside of there. And give me $1. Give me a quarter. Do you remember Schizo Surfer?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me $1. Give me a quarter.
So that's what I had to do with the cigarette. I had the cigarette that was lit, and then I started to put it inside my mouth, and I extinguished it with my tongue, and I swallowed it.
For the greater good.
For the greater good.
So the gas station wouldn't explode on me.
Yeah, because there was me mad and the gas station attendant to save. I'm a regular hero.
I was doing a road gig with Sandy Danto once, and we were driving up to Reno. And there's a lot of hills on the way up, like kind of mountain-esque on the way up there. And this has only happened once to me. It hasn't happened since. We bought a bunch of snacks, like potato chips and stuff like that, like on the way up, and we're driving. Dude, we thought we got shot at or our tire blew, and it was one of the bags of chips that popped from the elevation. It literally filled up like a hot air balloon and then went like so loud. Like we both went, ah!
What did you guys do? You both like audibly screamed?
Yeah, we both were, what was that? Whoa. And then we look back and then like we started to smell something. We're like, is that the chips?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's great. Crazy, dude. You ever had that happen on an airplane where you're like,
Where the elevation pops something?
yeah.
No, but I have heard of certain elevation where women with bad breast implants, it'll pop up a boob.
No way.
Yeah, like if it's back in the day, bad surgeries, you know.
Do you remember that? They'd have like, I remember there was a doctor who was like putting in like, padding underneath a carpet.
Yeah.
There was some doctor that was like installing that into chicks' asses and tits.
Really?
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Dude, you know what I heard?
What's up?
I heard that there was a doctor that was installing whoopee cushions inside tits, dude. So every time you squeeze them,
This doctor, get this doctor a show, because that's hilarious. That's so funny. That's so good. Dude, this comic, I don't know who it is, but it was from Orange County, and it was before I did stand-up, and I saw him like when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe 12, 13 years old, something. And I remember the joke, and it was a joke to do with my grandma just got breast implants, and they used helium.
Okay.
They used helium, and I thought it was crazy because she's older. She's like 90 years old, and she got helium implants. So I asked my grandfather. I go, Grandpa, what do you think of these new implants? And he goes, oh boy, they're great.
That's like a classic like 80s style joke.
Yeah. And
what
then,
I mean?
dude, then I saw the guy like years later. I was doing stand up.
Did you ask him about the joke?
Dude, I forget his fucking name, dude, but he's an older guy that lives in Orange County. And then like I was doing some Orange County competition, like funniest competition or some one of those competitions for Bill Word.
Did you did a lot of those starting out, yeah?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good way to like, make money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like do all those competitions.
And you're good at them. You'd win them.
Yeah, luckily I would win some of them, yeah.
Yeah. I've only done a couple comedy competitions, but the one that I did Big Sky. I got second in that.
Hell yeah.
And that opened up some doors as far as like meeting some people like in the industry and stuff like that. So that was cool.
Yeah, those are fucking, like, even that one was really good. I mean, Lucas made that a pretty big festival.
Yeah,
like, I mean, he'd get decent people going out there.
Yeah.
Comic wise and industry wise. So it was a good way for people to get like representation or,
Yeah.
get looked at from, different parts of the industry.
For sure.
Like I think Richard from Comedy Magic would go there. So he'd bring a couple guys down to Comedy Magic if he liked them.
Oh yeah. I think that's probably where I originally met him.
Is
to be
it?
honest.
Yeah. Yeah, Richard's a great guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, man. I want to get into this next segment with you. It's called WIG.
WIG. Hi there.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
This is so sexy.
We
dude.
look like genuine Muppets right now.
This is great, brother.
Did you get heard about the TinderSwindler?
Yeah, Simon Leviath. At first he said that he was such a nice guy and to meet him in Amsterdam. So I met him and then we had such a fun time on the private jet. Then all of a sudden he asked for me to give him $80,000.
Well, the TinderSwindler said to me basically that his mom had died and he need money for the funeral. So what I did is I wired him $32,000.
That's so much money.
I know, for a funeral, I didn't think of it. I was in love.
But I think if the timeline serves me correctly, shortly after you wired him the money, we was on a private jet over to Mykonos.
Are you saying that my money for his mom's funeral paid for your private jet over there?
It sounds to be so. Because if I remember correctly, that private jet cost us $32,000.
Right, he showed you the receipt?
He did shows me the receipt.
The son of B.
That's who we are, dude. Two girls that were had by the
We
team
were
that's
TinderSwindler.
allowed.
TinderSwindler. Listen, I was looking for true love, and then I was Tinder swindled.
And to be honest with you, I just wanted some connection deeper than I was finding online. And that's when I met Simon. And he was a good boy at first. And then all of a sudden, he became very cold with me. And I believe it was after I had given him the money and I had maxed out my American Express credit cards.
After I wired him money, it's like I became ghost.
Yes, that's the same way I felt. We should get together and start a group called Women That Was Taken Advantage Of by Simon Lafayev.
I would be interested.
Yeah, you have to be interested. I remember when I saw his bodyguard for the first time, his name was Peter, he asked me this, he said Peter hurt, and asked for me to send money for him. And I realized, why am I paying for his hospital bills if I don't have a health insurance off myself?
Simon said to do this. Simon says to do that.
Simon
says to do this. All of the things. And so I listen, because when Simon tells you to do something, you do it.
And that's what we were taught as kids.
We were all taught, it's really like a problem with the school system. When Simon says to do something, you do it. So that's how we were TinderSwindler, is just really from the childhood lesson.
It's really not our fault. And it wasn't because we were greedy bitches, like everybody is saying. We was not greedy. We was just trying to help out and do what Simon says.
Simon said he had rat infestation. He needed cleaning. I gave him $32,500. Why is it $32,000 with me every time? I don't know.
I think once he realized that he could get $32,000, he just kept asking you for $32,000.
That was like his minimum with me.
It was, and don't blame yourself, because a lot of times people want to blame the victims, but it wasn't our problem. It was his problem, and what happened to him when he was a kid.
Have you ever been swindled by a Tindler?
I was Tindered by a swindler, but never swindled by a Tinder.
Ah. Yeah.
I guess sometimes in life we have to realize what our lot is. And when I got had by Simon, I realized that not all love is real.
I thought love was a fictional character until I met Simon, and then I realized it is in fact a fictional character.
A fictional character that has a really nice dick.
Oh, the pictures that we sent, that was really the reason why all of my bank account went bye-bye.
Yeah, because of all the stuff that was false, there was one thing that was absolutely accurate, and I think that you can acknowledge this as well with me.
How about we say it at the same time?
His dick pics.
Peak.
We try that again.
Uh-huh.
His
Wiener cock.
Okay, one more time we will get this.
Okay.
His Schwanzen. Okay, maybe we are not on the same page.
But we're not. But we can agree that his sausage very long and fat.
Oh. Yeah. And also, I felt something for him because he always had that look in his eyes like he needed a new prescription for his glasses. And there's nothing more sad than someone who is not fully seeing the spectrum of what can be seen.
It turns out that we were on the spectrum the whole time. His dating spectrum of lies.
He had lies to us.
He has so many lies to us.
And that's why I wanted to do this video, for warning other girls not to ever get involved.
Listen, if a guy has big penis and he not like you for you, but he wants money, Maybe avoid.
That's the truth. And if we can teach anybody anything, is that men like Simon Leviathan have no place in the Tinder. Because if you want to look, you can always swipe to the next person, and if they ever make an inclination of they need some money or something, you have to qualify.
I just met a nice guy in the metaverse.
What's his name?
Polaroid.
Have you been on a date with Polaroid?
Yeah.
How was it? Did it take time for him to appear?
Let's just say our relationship is still developing.
That was a good one. Caught me off guard and everything, because I was thinking of other stuff I could joke with Polaroid. Like, did he shake you or something?
All right. So if there's any people watching this out there that are almost been swindled by Tinderless, then you got right.
And please send us a comment in the comment section to let us know what was the swindle that happened with you, and if you were, in any case, got taken advantage of.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Don't be swindled. That was great. It's still developing. God damn.
Oh,
Jeremiah, that was hilarious.
We have reached the final segment of the show.
There's more segments?
There's one final segment.
Wunderbar.
This segment is called Sax Talk.
Sax Talk. So there we were in Phoenix, Arizona. Quite a lovely place, and I was with my buddy and good friend Andy Kozel. We were doing the Tempe Improv, and we decided to do a couple shows and had a good time. And during the shows, I met a little lady. She was a bit of a freak, to say the least. She was wanting to party and hang out and grab my crotch within the first 5 seconds of meeting her. There comes Andy. The show's over. He goes, "We're going back to the hotel?" But I was talking to the girl. Girl goes, "Well, wait a minute. I want to go to the hotel with you guys." I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "2 guys, something I handled before." I said, "Well, this sounds kind of weird," but I looked at Andy. I said, "I'm game if you are." She grabbed both of our crotches at that point. So we get in the Uber. Girl's in the middle. Andy's on one side. I'm on the other side. Andy looks over and gives me a thumbs up. And the girl abruptly puts his thumb in her mouth. I wish I could say my boner had gone down a little bit, but it had not. We get to the hotel. I don't have my key, but Andy does. So we go over to Andy's room. Immediately, the girl starts kissing me. And I can't refuse the advances. I continue to kiss. I say, "Hold on, bitch. Let me get some music going." So I grabbed the Bluetooth speaker that Andy's got over there. I link up my phone to the Bluetooth speaker. Andy's made his way over to the couch. getting more uncomfortable by the moment. I turned the Bluetooth on. I said, let's go. The music is kicking. The girl says, pull down your pants. I said, what? And she goes, I want you to videotape me. And I was a little thrown off. But I said, shit, you only live once. Let me get this camera out. So I get my phone out, and she rips my pants off, and I said, now I get my camera on her, and now I'm in a porno. And she's just going to town, and I'm not even there almost. I'm just a person witnessing a porno happening through the screen of my phone. And I get excited, and she goes, let's go to the bed. And meanwhile, Andy's in the corner on the couch still. I look at him, and he gives me a thumbs up. I said, please stop doing that. So me and the girl get to work, and the camera's still going. And in the melee, I was pretty excited, so I came kind of quick. Now I'm done, and I go to get off the girl, and she goes, no, come here, I'm not done with you. I said, hold on, bitch. I gotta go to the bathroom and clean myself up. I look over at Andy. He looks over at me. The girl looks at Andy, looks over at me. And I say, Andy, you're up. And the girl goes, bring it on. And I go, shit. This has gotten way weirder than I anticipated. So I make my way over to the bathroom, and I say, you know what? I'm going to hide out over here for a while and let them do their thing. So they get to doing their thing and all that. While I'm sitting in the bathroom, I don't know if you've been in the bathroom, but there ain't much to do in there. I'm taking inventory, looking, make sure we got towels. I'm looking, we got shampoo. And everything is done. It's like, what the fuck am I to do? I said, oh shit, let me look at these videos that I just made out of nowhere for this fucking girl. And I'm looking at my phone and watching these videos. I'm going, what the fuck is going on? And I'm looking and I'm going, shit, I can't believe I was doing all this. And all of a sudden I go, why is there no sound? Why is there no sound on these videos? I was there and I heard sound. And then I realize the sound is playing on the Bluetooth speaker. That's out in that room. And now Andy is having sex to this girl. Now Andy is having sex with this girl to the soundtrack of me having sex with this girl. And that was one of the weirdest sexual interactions I ever had in my life. Life on the road, I was an early comer. I would have never done that shit today. So much work involved and everything was weird about it. I had my friend in there, so I thought it was okay, and she was a freak. But that shit ain't okay. Hey, hey, hey. Pussy tits and shit.
All right. I think we did the thing.